Hi there. Now we're going to do lesson 108. To give and to receive are one in truth. Paragraph 1. Vision depends on today's idea. Vision depends upon today's idea. The light is in it. The light is in this idea. For it reconciles all seeming opposites. And what is light except the resolution, born of peace, of all your conflicts and mistaken thoughts into one concept, which is wholly true. What is the light? Light is nothing but the truth that has no opposite. That's all that it is. Sentence 4. Even that one will disappear because the thought behind it will appear instead to take its place. It's powerful what begins to happen when you receive these truths as your own. And now you are at peace forever, for the dream is over then. The dream, the illusion ends. Paragraph 2. True light that makes true vision possible is not the light the body's eyes behold. We're not talking about this light that is on me now, or the light of the lamp, or the light of the up there on the ceiling. We're talking about the illumination that comes from within, which is the truth illuminated through you. It is a state of mind that has become so unified that darkness cannot be perceived at all. You don't walk around seeing problems. You see opportunities for healing. You see nothing but calls for love. You see people who need a blessing. That's what I see. Not that judgments don't come up, but I don't believe the judgments because they're like a little fish swimming through the ocean. Just let it go by. No, thank you. Not going to get attached to that. No, I'm not going to bite that hook. I'm not going to fall for that. I am not going to cover up my light because it feels too good. It feels so freaking awesome to shine my light that I will not allow something to obscure it. And if I do, I know it was me who did it. It was nobody else, so there's no judgment of anybody else. Then I forgive myself for that moment, 5 seconds, 10, 20, 30 seconds of insanity, and move on. Move on. Sentence number 3 in paragraph 2. And thus, what is the same is seen as one, while what is not the same remains unnoticed, for it is not there. What is the same? Everybody has God in them. What is the same? Everybody has the light in them. What is the same? We're all souls lost inside of an illusion. That is what is the same. What is not the same is how we get stuck in the illusion. Different stories, different people have different ways of perceiving the illusion. But the focus that we have is to see what is the same in everybody else. Everybody is an innocent child of God who has simply fallen into the trance that they picked up from other people because they believed, trusted others, mothers, fathers, teachers, preachers, government, media, other adults. We trusted others to tell us how to live in the world, but they were unconscious, so they gave us incorrect information. They gave us mistaken information. The process of awakening is coming back to God, cleansing the mistaken information, receiving only what is true, and then going out into the world and living by that truth, where you don't need to blame anybody because you forgive them. They don't know what they're doing, as Jesus said when he was on the cross. I was mistaken when I was unconscious. That doesn't deserve a punishment. That's why God doesn't judge. It was a mistake out of arrogance, of an ego who is ignorant. Why would you punish that? Paragraph 3. This is the light that shows no opposites, and vision, being healed, has power to heal. You heal your vision. You can see, it's like x-ray vision. You can see the truth in everybody else. This is the light that brings your peace of mind to other minds, to share it and be glad that they are one with you and with themselves. How could I judge anybody who is mistaken? It would only cause my suffering, because to judge them, I got to get my mind busy. I got to get my monkey mind going. I got to begin to think that I'm separate from God. I got to begin to think that I know better than anybody else. I got to get on my high horse. And then if they don't listen to me, then I'm going to have to drop in and feel like a victim. Why would I do that to myself when I know that I don't have to? And by doing nothing with my ego, by not engaging my ego, I sit back here inside of the peaceful place in the arms of God, enjoying that I get to be a witness of this incredible thing called life that I am here to experience. and then I'll come back in another life and in another life and in another life. So it goes on forever. So there's nothing that I got to get done in this lifetime and have it feel complete and accomplished. I'm just watching life go on. What is eternal is eternal. It cannot complete in my lifetime or bazillions of lifetime. It's taking all the pressure off of me to get anything done, just to do what I'm being moved to do, and that's enough. At my little piece, and that's enough. Paragraph 3, sentence 3. This is the light that heals because it brings single perception based upon one frame of reference from which one meaning comes. I see only one thing. The souls, the spirits in every single being, the essence of God in every single being, doing the best that they can with their mistaken information. My focus is on the essence of their being. Paragraph 4. At least that is my goal. That is my intention. Like I said, thoughts come in and cloud my perception, and then I just go through the forgiveness process. It's very simple, very fast, but it still happens. Paragraph 4. Here are both giving and receiving seen as different aspects of one thought, whose truth does not depend on which is seen as first, nor which appears to be in second place. Here it is understood that both occur together, that the thought remain complete. And in this understanding is the base on which all opposites are reconciled, because they are perceived from the same frame of reference which unifies this thought. This is where, let me go back and clear this up. There is not these two different things happening. There is the giving and receiving happens at once. There is a willingness to see only the truth. And once you see only the truth, you feel only the truth. You receive the joy of only seeing the truth. Paragraph 5. One thought completely unified will serve to unify all thoughts. The thought that I'm only going to receive truth, that I and the Father are one, that my purpose is happiness, that I am the light of the world, that my function is happiness, that I am my work is salvation, saving others from my judgment. Once all of those things become one thought, one complete thought system of abiding in alignment with God, then everything else, we don't have to worry about all these other random thoughts that the ego creates, because they don't matter. Once you unify with that one thought, now you receive as you give that freedom. You receive the joy as you give the joy of that one unified thought, that you trusted, that it is true always, that you can count on God no matter what angle you come at it from. Whether you come at it from the angle that you're eternal, from the angle that you're energy, that you're consciousness, that you're love, that you're one. It doesn't matter which way you enter the one thought that is true only, because there really is only one thing that is true. And it is that God is. And God is love. And God is expressed in everything. And everything either remembers that or they don't. Once you stand with that truth, then how people think and why they think it, and if it looks different, it does not matter. Your focus is not on what's different. Your focus is what is the same, because then you want to give love to receive the enjoyment of the love that forgives from that place of truth. All right, so paragraph 5, sentence 2. This is the same as saying one correction will suffice for all correction, or that to forgive one brother wholly is enough to bring salvation to all minds. Oh my gosh, when I forgave Ken, I forgave my dad, I forgave my mom. It took me a couple of people to forgive. Then all of a sudden, it's like everybody got lumped into that forgiveness, because it felt so good that it's almost like you forgive a few, then you don't want to judge anybody else. So you don't have to keep forgiving, because you cleansed that need to judge from you when you choose peace instead of righteousness. For these are sentence number 3 in paragraph 5. For these are but some special cases of one law which holds for every kind of learning, if it be directed by the one who knows the truth. Let me read this again. One thought completely unified will serve to unify all thoughts. I'm in paragraph 5. This is the same as saying one correction will suffice for all corrections, or that to forgive one brother wholly is enough to bring salvation to all minds. For these are but some special cases of one law, which holds for every kind of learning. It's consistent. The law is consistent. If it be directed by the one who knows the truth, go inside and out, ask the Holy Spirit and God, what would you have me do? Paragraph 6. To learn that giving and receiving are the same has special usefulness because it can be tried so easily and seen as true. You do this a couple of times, you will be sold. You will completely feel the efficacy that to give peace is to receive peace, to give love is to receive love, to give blessings is to receive blessings, to free others is to free yourself. Paragraph 6. To learn that giving and receiving are the same has special usefulness. I know I already read that, but it's worth repeating because it can be tried so easily and seen as true. And when this special case has proved it always works, it has efficacy in every circumstance where it is tried, the thought behind it can be generalized to other areas of doubt and double vision. And from there, it will extend and finally arrive at the one thought which underlies them all. So I had to apply the truth that I knew to heal my feeling of abandonment with my dad, with my mother when she passed, to heal my feeling of worthlessness, that I was not a boy when I was born. My dad wanted a boy and I was a girl. To feel like I was rejected at birth, to heal my sense of not being good enough, to heal my fears around my son possibly dying. All of those things were so helpful because then I generalized. It's the same thing. Then I was able to deal with Ken when he got into this space that he was believing I was out to cheat on him or take his money. It was the same process. It was defenselessness. It was a recognition that the truth is true and I had to feel it in my heart. I didn't have to convince anybody about it. It's the same thing with Dan. It'll be the same with anybody that I encounter in the future because the truth is the truth is the truth. Generalizing it lets you see that it works just the same, equally. There's no order of difficulty in creating a miracle. There is absolutely nothing that you want to call big or little because you don't want to have anything blocking the peace that you want to feel once you realize that this is powerful and it works just as easy. Little things, big things. Today, we practice with a special case of giving and receiving. We will use this simple lesson in the obvious because it has results we cannot miss. To give is to receive. Today we will attempt to offer peace to everyone and see how quickly peace returns to us. Light is tranquility, and in that peace is vision given us, and we can see. So wonderful, wonderful practice. Go somewhere that you normally get aggravated, to your kids' soccer game, to the office, to the mall, at the grocery store, in traffic, watch the news, and begin to just tell yourself, I prefer to see peace instead of this. I prefer to forgive all of these people. You're going to feel more peaceful. Yes, there'll be some stuff going on, but at the same time, you will recognize that as you say it, that peace begins to arise and you're going to love it. You're going to want more of it. It's amazing. Paragraph 8. So we begin the practice periods with the instruction for today and say, to give and to receive are one in truth. I will receive what I am giving now. I will receive what I am giving now. This is where you begin to want to free everybody from your judgments because you want to be filled with joy. You have joy or you have judgment. You feel good or you feel bad. It's very, very one or the other. That's it. There is light or there is darkness. And once you decide that you only want to feel good, you will not want to judge. Absolutely will not want to judge. Paragraph 8, still sentence number 4. Then close your eyes and for 5 minutes think of what you would hold out to everyone to have it yours. So you're going to close your eyes and say this, to give and to receive are one in truth. I will receive what I am giving now. And go through those processes, those people, those ideas are going to come into your mind. And you will want to give them what you want for yourself. You might, for instance, say, to everyone I offer quietness. To everyone I offer peace of mind. To everyone I offer gentleness. Say each one slowly and then pause a while, expecting to receive the gift you gave. And it will come to you in the amount in which you gave it. You're going to give a little bit of peace and hold on to a little righteousness. Well, you're going to get just a little bit of peace. Paragraph 9, still sentence 3. You will find you have exact return, for that is what you asked. You get what you will receive, what you give. You don't receive more than you give. You receive only what you give. It might be helpful to think of one to whom to give your gifts. He represents the others, and through him, you give to all. So when I was using Ken as the one that I wanted to offer peace to, my peace, I received my peace. And listen, there were days that I didn't want to give him peace. I was so angry that he would be believing, accusing me of things that were not true, that I could only give him a little bit. Maybe it was only a couple of seconds of peace. So I only received a couple of seconds of peace. But once I realized that I was the beneficiary of what I was offering him, everything changed. That's why he's one of my greatest teachers. He came into my life to help me live A Course in Miracles. He came into my life so that I could take what had been given to me before I met him, which was the power of awareness, and ground myself in the truth of that. Then all of a sudden, A Course in Miracles shows up 5, 6 years later, 7 years later, and grounded me in even more truth. Not that I didn't already know the truth, but I was able to practice it because of these exercises. The workbook, the text, the manual for teachers, powerful in A Course in Miracles, really helped me ground what I knew in my head but needed to move into the heart. Course in Miracles, even though it's a lot of information, it's all about feeling this truth. That's why these exercises are so specific. It's until you feel it, you don't have the efficacy, which means you won't trust that this works. Paragraph 10. Our very simple lesson for today will teach you much. Effect and cause will be far better understood from this time on. And we will make much faster progress now. Think of the exercises for today as quick advances in your learning, made still faster and more sure each time you say to give and to receive are one in truth. These lessons are just so that we can progress faster. You can go as fast as you want, but you're going fast just to return to what is already true. You're not going to get to something that is not already available to you. It's just a matter of you receiving the kingdom, the keys to the kingdom faster now rather than later. But if it takes you 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 100 lifetimes, it doesn't matter. It's already in you. You're not going to lose what you have. You're just trying to do these exercises so that you can experience the truth that is yours sooner rather than later. Why? Because why would you want to suffer when you know you don't have to? That's all. Thanks a bunch, and I hope you enjoy this lesson, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.